So everyone thinks they need about 10,000 followers to stay booked at their salon, but that's not true. Today we're going to go over everything we did because we never had 10,000 followers, or we still don't have 10,000 followers. We have barely 1,500 followers. So in this beauty business, everyone thinks that they need to have hundreds and thousands of followers or a big social proof where they need to show followers. And we want to talk about why you necessarily don't need to in this industry. I mean, it's good to have that many followers, but you don't.
Yeah.
As long as you market yourself the right way and you brand yourself the right way and, approach the business strategically in a way that you don't depend on just followers. Mm-hmm. You don't put all your eggs in one basket. So, yeah, let's get into it. And also, let's give an introduction. Welcome to the White Chair Beauty Series.
Hi.
This will be episode 5. Anything you want to start off with? Anything cool that you did this week?
Anything cool I did this week? Oh, you're putting me on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
I had 2 clients cry in my chair back to back.
Why?
Just we go deep. We go deep in the chair.
Take that, edit that part out, deep in the chair. Anything else? Nothing?
No.
Okay.
It's August 1st. Ready for a new month?
Yeah, new month.
Yep.
I love starting new months.
New goals.
New promos, new stuff you can do to get marketing for the month. This is the best time of the month to do it. All right, so let's jump into it.
So today we're going to cover how we get booked without a big following, correct?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, we're going to go how we're fully, we're not always fully booked, but we try to stay 80% above booked.
And yes, it is possible to be 80% booked without a huge following. Yeah. Okay, first question. Why do beauty pros feel stuck if they don't have a big following, would you say?
Why do they stay stuck? I think they believe in a social following. They need to have hundreds of thousands of followers or 10,000 followers. They think that having a lot of followers will bring in appointments, where it's not true. So if someone has, let's say, 500,000 followers, let's go minimum, let's say 30,000 followers. Your followers, the way you have to look at it is you are located in a specific location. So I'm going to use this as an example. We're located in Santa Monica, California, one of our locations. If you have 30,000 followers, Instagram is to build awareness to your people that do follow you, that go to your salon, and also to grow more within your local area. But if you have 30,000 followers, they're not necessarily all within. You have to think, are they within a 3-mile radius of your location, of your salon? So when you're putting a post out, are all 30,000 clients that are within a 10-mile geo-market location? Probably, most likely not. Probably, I would say probably 10% maybe or less. Because you got to understand, a lot of people follow you around the world, around the United States. So that's one way to look at it, that you can't just, I need to have this many followers, but are they actually your target market, your target audience? That's one way of looking at it. Another thing to look at is some people, estheticians, beauty pros, they don't think if they don't have that many followers, they're not taken seriously. They're not a legitimate business. You can't, that's the mindset you have to get out of.
Yes.
It's, there's so many different ways to target your audience, to do your marketing, to brand yourself. So look, they don't have that many followers. Oh, we're not growing. We're not. No, you're growing. So I would focus on when you, your target audience visits your website, are you obtaining their emails, their phone numbers,
contact
info. After they come to your salon, are you gathering their contact info? So email marketing is probably still one of the most powerful ways to reach out to your customers. Emails, and now text messages are growing. So look at it that way. And then your social media is just to build awareness. And also you can get new customers that way.
Yeah.
Someone will look at you.
And to show off your work, that kind of thing. But I will say too, if you're truly booked back to back, like this is what happens to me. I'm booked back to back, and I've talked to other estheticians that are booked solid. It is so hard to remember to do the content. When you see these people that are creating content, they usually have somebody that is like videoing them doing it, or they're taking a day to batch all of their stuff. They're not every single day. Like you don't, unless you have help, somebody editing your stuff, helping you videotape, they're not booked solid like that, you know? And if they are, they have help. So.
And they do it in batches. So they'll, on a Sunday, they'll take 2-3 hours, and then they'll use apps that will schedule their postings throughout the week. So yeah, don't get fooled that way. I mean, it's amazing that they do that.
Yeah.
That's what hard work is for. They're building it's good to build your follow. I'm not saying don't get as many followers as you can, but don't think that your business depends on it, where you're judging your growth, or I'm not getting appointments because of this. That's not true. There's so many ways of marketing yourself in this business.
Thanks for watching the White Chair Beauty Podcast. Today we have a 50% off promo code for all of our viewers. Type in the White Chair promo code at thebrowfixacademy.com and get 50% off of all of our classes. These are great tools to enhance your service menu, enhance your revenue, and learn how to do all of these services. In-depth training by yours truly, me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks.
What platforms helped you grow when Instagram wasn't bringing in clients?
Well, first and foremost, Yelp. Like we started with Yelp. I know Google is like the bread and butter. Like it's like the one it really does show social proof even more than Yelp. But in the beginning, I started focusing on Yelp, got our Yelp following, and then we started doing Google. Google reviews are actually much more powerful, and I know that you can talk more about that. But Google, Yelp, rebooking.
Yeah, I think rebooking is a major. I mean, that's one thing we can just talk about. This is the topic of itself on another episode. But rebooking is
super important.
Yeah, it's a system that you have to put in place, because at the end of the day, you're not trying to get new customers every day.
Yeah.
Your goal is, okay, let's say throughout the week you got 50 new customers or 30 new customers. How can I keep 15 to 20 of them as repeat customers that will come in every 4 to 6 weeks?
And I hear from clients all the time, like, I'm like, oh, when did I see you last? They're like, oh, it's been, 6-8 weeks, and I didn't book them before they left. And they're like, I always forget. I mean, how many times have you done that? Like, you leave an appointment and I don't book an appointment back. I'm like, oh my God, when was I there last? I can't remember. If you have them on a schedule, if you book it for them, they get an alert and they're like, oh, I have an appointment. Great. I needed this. And even if they have to reschedule for a different day, they know the time has passed. Time goes by so fast that we don't know,
Yeah. The only negative thing I hear from our experience on different estheticians is when you do rebooking, the no-show and cancellation rate goes a little bit higher, because then they'll be like, oh, I
forgot, or whatever.
I never booked that appointment, or I don't remember. But even though we do have reminders that we send out. Yeah. So we send out reminders 48 to 72 hours.
But I mean, the reward is better than,
So you're saying that the benefits of them rebooking?
The benefits of them rebooking are the reward is better than them just not showing up. It's kind of rare that they're not going to show up, but it does happen.
Yeah. I'm not saying it happens all the time. It happens at a higher rate, maybe.
Yes.
But yeah, the reward is significantly better, because you're getting someone through the door and you're booked up.
What's the biggest mindset shift you need when growing organically without followers, would you say?
That's a big, organic growth is what we're primarily, we're growing. I mean, that's what we do at our salon for our growth. Google is probably the biggest platform that you need to organically grow on. And I see a lot of estheticians, salon owners that they don't fill out their Google profile, their Google
They don't
business.
even have a profile.
Yeah, sometimes they don't even have one. Or if they do, they just have 2 pictures, their name, and that's it. And then they don't focus on getting reviews. But Google is so big on getting clients organically, getting listed. So they call it the map pack. So when you go on Google and you type in like a nail salon or tanning salon near me, and you see like the first 3 businesses that show up. That's called the Google Map Pack. Your goal is to get in there based on every keyword that is within your niche. Like, so if we're a brow salon, we do eyebrow waxing, eyebrow threading, brow lamination, brow shaping, all these keywords that people search on Google. Your goal is to go to show up number one on that map pack. 1, 2, or 3. Obviously, you want to be number one. Then below that, once someone searches on Google, there's the paid ads, which you can do paid ads. Limit yourself, set a budget based on what you can afford per month. And underneath that, then you have the organic listings that come up, that you show up organically through SEO. And we try to be on top of that, at least the first 3 links that would show up on that. And the way you can do that is through organic growth. That means building a website. The foundation is through your website. Mm-hmm. When you build a website, you want your foundation to be laid out where you're optimized for SEO. This is I don't want to go in deep into this. That's another episode I want to talk about later on. But yeah, organic growth really matters. Google now, importantly, specifically, is ChatGPT. A lot of customers these days that we ask, or just based on data, they pull out their phone and they ask, "Hey Siri," and Siri's linked to ChatGPT now. They're like, "Hey Siri, find me the closest nail salon near me," and it pulls it up.
Yep.
And that's linked to ChatGPT, or sometimes just Siri does it, but that's organic, and that's the way you build your website. That's again how you optimize your Google profile listings, because it pulls data from there.
Ask for reviews too is so important.
Yeah, asking for social proof, and then Yelp, optimizing your Yelp listing. Make sure you upload a picture at least once a week.
Yeah, that helps.
Once or twice a week.
Also, too, whenever we check a client out, a receipt goes to them and it says, how was the service, and it gives them a link so that they can.
Yeah.
So it's like an automated situation, so you don't really have to worry. So a lot of times people just leave positive feedback and we don't even have to ask; they just do it, which is great.
Yeah. So you have to have I know it's too much you don't have to do this all at once, but if you do, when we first started, we didn't have a system where it sent out automated text messages or emails after an appointment. We did that later on, but we did focus on at least uploading, taking pictures with clients, asking for their consent. Hey, do you mind if I take a picture before, after? Uploading it on Google.
And people love photos. Literally, I can't tell you how many new clients come in. They're like, "I saw your photos on Yelp, and I knew that you would do my brows amazing."
So the first thing you need to do is
visually
upload pictures on Google once or twice a week, Yelp once or twice a week, and then post on Instagram, TikTok. I'm not saying 3 to 5 times a day, but post consistently, once a day maybe, or every other day. Just be consistent with it. They know that you're, number one, that you're an active business. 2, you're building social proof and content, which Google, Bing, all these search engines pull data from. If they don't see activity, they don't pull your data.
Yeah.
And then getting reviews. And then from there, you grow organically. It's not a one-day thing. This can take building a repeat customer retention rate from, if you have a 60% retention rate, within 6 to 7 months is when you should be 70 to 80% booked. Because throughout that time, you acquire new customers, you focus on your retention rate, and you rinse and repeat that process. And going past organic now is the Google ad parts, which if you want to do it at a higher rate of obtaining new customers, then you run some ads. So that in the beginning you need to, because no one knows about you. But that should be your approach through organic growth. Anything else you want to say on that?
No, just reviews are so important. Just hammer that in. I think a lot of people that I've seen that go on their own, they don't even focus on that. And that's when I'm looking for a place, I look at the review. I mean, I think everybody does. So if you have a business, you want to make sure that, you have that social proof.
So when you're with a client doing their service, how does your client experience the impact of the organic growth and retention?
Well, I think rebooking comes from how clients feel, not just how they look. Like obviously you always want to do the best possible job, but again, and we said this in other episodes, like the experience, the whole entire experience from start to finish, while they're there, they are the most important thing ever to me. You know, I want to make sure people feel taken care of and they are just coming to have the best time ever. Like they leave feeling lighter and having beautiful brows.
Yeah.
So that's really important. And little small touches will build loyalty. So, you know, little things that I do, that's why people keep coming back. Like obviously I hope they like the way I do their brows. I think they do, but I'm not the best brow artist in the world. You know, I'm not the most like, you know, what's the
Talented.
word? Talented, yeah. But
Well,
I do.
You are, but if you want
Well,
to say that, okay.
But the way I make people feel, I think that really, that helps.
I think it's the engagement of you. No one wants to just sit on a chair and just like you just start
Lay back.
hacking at their
Yeah.
eyebrows. You want to be like, hey, how was your day? So, and then you do small talk, turns into big talk, turns to we built a relationship.
People
now.
crying in your chair.
Yeah, so that's so important. And then at the end of the day, when you do that, you saying it limits negative reviews or them complaining because.
Well, I could tell you 100%. If ever somebody is unhappy or wants something maybe a little different, because I've already built like a rapport with them or they just love me anyways, they will come to me and be like, hey, Naomi, you know, I wanted them maybe a little bit more shaped, or maybe I wanted my tint a little darker. And they don't go straight to Yelp. If you have a bad attitude and they're not 100% happy, they're more likely to leave a bad review. But because I've made them feel good, they feel open enough to talk to me about it.
Yeah.
If that ever were to happen. Because I always want people to leave 100% happy, and I let them know that at the end of the service as well.
Yeah, and then obviously your experience impacting on organic growth. What I would also say, after they leave, it's the word of mouth.
Oh yeah, for
they'll
sure.
go and be like, oh my God, no, someone will go up to them like, oh, I love your brows, and then
People have posted like on mom forums, where do I go to get my brows done? Oh, go to Naomi. You know, it's like, and that, you know, that's
was that
definitely
next door neighbor?
Next door.
Next door neighbor is
Next door.
Next door.
Yeah.
Next door. Is local
Yeah, we've been on
neighbors,
that.
and
Yeah.
then I even have a listing on there. Like a lot of business estheticians, they don't know you put your business on there.
Yeah.
Even
Another
though
avenue.
you don't get that much traffic from there because you don't generally do, but
But it
it's
is
more
on
people
there.
saying, oh, watch out for this packaging delivery guy or something like that.
Yeah. Warning.
But, warnings. I just got a warning of a tsunami. Remember tsunami? I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, next. I was like, wow. I don't even live there. But
On next door.
Since our business is there. But yeah, word of mouth is that's so organic of the growth factor of it. So word of mouth, your experience, everything you just mentioned is
It will help organically grow your business.
yeah, and you're stacking everything up, which leads to growth.
What's one weekly marketing move every beauty professional could take, even with 0 followers?
One I just mentioned earlier is post on Google once a week a photo. Post on Yelp once a week a photo. Besides that, I'm gonna take it to the next level. There's on Google there's a posting that you can put like a little like a blog. I would say like not a blog post, but you go in there and you post your deal or promo or something. Go on there, upload a picture, write something about your promo for the week. You know, use keywords in there, like your service you're offering, brow waxing in Santa Monica, brow waxing in Austin, Texas, or nail salon or tanning salon, anything. You do that post, do that once a week, and you'll see that you'll start ranking higher on Google, and then you'll get organic. You reach out to people organically that way. That's one. Request a review, which you should have that on autopilot. Or once they're done with their service, this is one way to do it. Once they're done with their service, be like, hey, I hope you give them the mirror. They look at it. I hope you enjoyed you loved your service and it looks amazing. We're doing this promo for this month. If you write us an honest review, you should never ask for 5 stars. You have to ask for an honest review.
Yeah.
That's the ethical way to approach it. We give a $10 discount. We'll give it to you right now. And then they'll write a review and then you give them a discount.
We also have a little tapper. It looks like a little, I think you can order them on Amazon, but it's next to our Clover.
Mm-hmm.
And when people are checking out, they can literally tap their phone and it takes them to a link to review.
Yeah,
It's
like
helps.
NFC. It's a near future communication. So they bring their phone next to it, and then based on, I don't know how to go into
It's just
details.
a link.
It automatically pops in the pop up of the review, so they can just click it. So they just
Which
take their
makes
phone
it
next to
super
it.
easy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's one. And then we do. At least I try to do. This is not a once a week thing. I mean, once a week it is, but I try to do like at least 3-4 times a month. Send out an email blast.
Mm-hmm.
One is would be to new customer reach. I'll give them like a promo. Hey, get 20%, 50% off your first brow wax. Our loyal clients, I'll do another type of promo. Like, hey, this week if you book a brow and lip wax, you get 50% off your tint. So I only generally do it through upsells. So I'm not giving a discount on our main service. I'm giving a discount on the upsells.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't belittle yourself, or you take away from your branding, or you devalue your business. So that's what I do. And then once you do that, you'll not only get your loyal clients to rebook, but you get new customers to book, and also you're growing on Google, Yelp, Instagram, and all that stuff. So that's just one thing I do at least once a week. Sometimes I do twice a week. So, and I post a blog post at least once a week, at least 3-4 times a month. I post a blog, post on our website. I optimize it for SEO, and then let's say someone's like, I'll write a blog post about how to not how to know
Over-tweeze.
don't over tweeze when you come in, or like I'll give some advice, like how do you know if your lashes are over processed or something like that. Then we talk about it, and then we give links to our website, and then the call to action would be to book an appointment. So that's one thing I generally do.
That's awesome.
What's one way you educate to create long-term trust with clients? So what do you educate them with while you're doing the service?
Teaching them aftercare tips while they're actually at the salon. So either teaching them how to fill their brows in, where not to tweeze in between appointments, what they can use for aftercare, castor oil to help stimulate the hair growth if they're trying to grow them in. Obviously sometimes people are going to do their brows in between appointments. So letting them know what they can and can't do, if they should trim or tweeze, all the things. So I like to do that in person, so they feel like they've gotten educated, good information, and they know what to do in between appointments. And I feel like when clients trust you and they like your work, they're going to be more likely to rebook. So that's organic growth as well.
So they trust you more, then it increases the retention rate of rebooking.
And also right now we don't have a lot of products we sell, but in the beginning we sold a lot of products. And even my background, I come from sales in beauty, like cosmetic sales. And I will tell you, just always be honest. If somebody doesn't really need something, don't sell it to them unless they really need something. You know what I mean? So I think that creates loyalty and trust. I have clients that want to buy, say a pencil, and it's just not for them. It's not going to give them the coverage they want. They will appreciate that. Give them something else that they can use.
Yeah.
Possibly.
For example, one will come in with very short lashes, and you're like, and it affects us because they book an hour spot.
Yeah.
But you're like, I can't do a lash
There
lift on
have
you.
been times that I've had to tell people, especially with like the chemical services, which are laminations and lash lifts, if they're not a candidate, I would never do that service because they will never trust you again if you overprocess their brows or their lashes. And if you don't give them the curl that they're looking for, then they're going to want a refund. So it's better that you just don't do it and be honest with them and say it in the nicest possible way, obviously. But
what was it? One time a client came in with their lashes already over processed.
Yes.
You're like, when did you get a lash lift? She's like, a week ago. And you're like, I can't do that.
No.
they're already over processed, and you have to wait another 4 or 5 weeks at least. I mean,
And then if you have any products to sell for regrowth or hair growth, then that's when you would want to do that.
Yeah.
But don't ever
don't sell something that at the end is going to come to bite you. Like,
bite in the butt.
Yeah, you don't want to. Instead, let's say if their lashes are already, they did it a lash lift a week prior. We get that sometimes. Before we're getting that a lot, but we try to educate them more, put some educational information on our website, or before they book it, they're like, hey, make sure you this and that. But
And by the way, we were not the people that overprocess the lashes. People come in with something else on their lashes from some other salon.
And if they're, let's say if they come in and you can't do a lash lift, upsell them to a brow lamination. Like, I can do a brow lamination for you.
Oh yeah, you could be like, hey, I could do your brows. We have time. Want to do your brows? Want to do whatever you can do.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're open to it because they were already going to spend the money on the lash lift.
Yeah, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, let's do a brow lamination and a tint on it, and then you kind of make up some of them, the impact of the profit margin or whatever.
And if anybody's ever unsure, do not do it. Because I've had people unsure before, and I'm like, this person they're either wishy-washy or they're just not 100%. It's better just not to do it, because those are the people that might give you problems in the end.
Yeah, you kind of got to read. You have to read the room. You say, what is it? What do you say?
You have to read.
You say that to me every day. Read the room.
And I always tell people, like, baby steps. Like, start with something small. If they're scared of a brow wax. Don't do a brow wax tint lamination, like, you know what I mean? You want to, baby steps. We'll start with the brow wax, and then we can maybe add a little tint the next time, and then the next time,
Yeah, but your ultimate goal in the beauty industry, I always tell I send out weekly emails. Unless it's like like if you can't do it, like how you just mentioned, don't do it. But don't downsell, upsell.
No, never downsell.
Always
if people
upsell.
want something, then you need to give them what they want, unless it's they can't achieve that.
You always want to upsell. So if you have time, if you know you can add something in, always try to upsell.
Of course.
Build value for every customer that comes in. Not only giving them value of actual, like, oh my God, this looks amazing on me, but you're building your profit margin goes up. So,
oh my gosh, so many times if somebody's in my chair that has the most beautiful stick straight lashes, I'll say, have you ever had a lash lift? Oh my gosh. And a lot of people don't even know. They're, oh, what's a lash lift? And you can educate them on that. That will build organic growth as well. So all of those things.
play a factor.
Yep. How can a beauty professional turn one happy client and make that long-term growth in their business? Like, help their business to grow. How can they turn that happy client? What's the difference between building a business and building an audience, would you say?
Well, the audience is what you want to come through the door, which will be your customer. The business is your income. So your audience is how you obtain them, how you keep them, and your business side is how you're going to generate profit from them, generate income from them, managing your overhead, managing everything to run your business.
And I think you need both eventually, but the business side should come first.
You have to have both.
Yeah, you have to have both. But the business side should come first when you're laying all the plans, right?
Yeah, so you're building your foundation with your business. Build your website, Google profile, Yelp listing. I even forgot Apple Maps. You have your business profile there because now they pull data through Yelp. A lot of customers are estheticians don't know that. Have an upload pictures on there. Put a promo on there. A lot of people search through Siri, through their phone now. When they go on their map to type something, they'll be like, oh, I need a salon near me. But build your business the right way. Don't half-ass it. Am I allowed to say?
Yeah, you're on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Don't say, don't do that. Don't be lazy. Don't approach it that way. Build your business the right way. So most importantly, figure out your business name, figure out your Instagram handle that will match your business name, build a website that's optimized for SEO, and not just that, emotionally and the psychological factor of how they book an appointment, making it easy for them to use it.
Seamless.
Seamless experience.
Make it pretty, not like
have a pop,
janky.
yeah, have a pop-up come up when they go to your website. Get 15% over, get $10 off your first service.
That entices people. And
Yeah,
makes
to
them
sign.
want
Even if
to.
they don't book an appointment, you have their data, and then eventually, after you send out a couple email blasts,
They might book an appointment.
they will book them. I mean, percentage-wise, they will. That's called creating a drip campaign. So you obtain their email, their text messages, you put them in an automated email drip campaign, and then they get emails automatically that you already set up every couple days. And then eventually you want to do at least a 30 to 40-day run, and then from there you just send out email blasts every month, once a month. What would you say to the esthetician who's working hard but not seeing
Results.
any results or traction?
You're not failing. You just might be focused on the wrong thing. You know, you want to make sure that, like everything we talked about, Google, Yelp, experience, website, seamless booking, all of those things. And then when they're actually at the studio and in your chair, rebooking, make sure they have the best experience while they're there. And then you will, if you just keep, every single day, keep doing it, you will get repeat clients and you will build. Get clients talking about you offline. Get word of mouth is very, very powerful. Obviously, the power of the internet is,
Yeah. I would say you judge yourself too quickly. This is not a 1 month thing, 2 month thing, 3 month thing. It might take you a year to be profitable. As long as you're breaking even, first couple months, you're probably not going to make that much money. Your profit margin is not going to be that high because you don't have the clienteles. You're spending money on your tools that you're using, your booking system, your rent, your ads you're running, or anything. And then give it a couple months. Growth takes time. It's not done overnight. It took us, for you to get your clientele at 80%, it took you probably like 5 months or, or less or something like that. And then after 7, 8, when you get that 6 month, 7 month, 8 month mark, then you start getting, all right, I can't handle my workload, and that's a good problem to have. How do I grow? So,
and then you're on board.
On board.
But I will say also, sorry, just to interject, if you do the best possible job you can, because somebody's coming to your chair because they're looking for a new beauty professional, whatever that is, hair, nails, brows. With me, people are coming to me because they need somebody new, right? So right there is such an easy way to get a client. As long as you give them the best possible service and the best experience, they will come back.
Yeah, and they get in the mindset of, but they're already like, there's so many waxing salons, there's so many this, and like, how am I going to compete? We live in a world of overabundance. There's so many people. You'd be surprised.
And make yourself.
You value yourself. It takes time, and don't give up.
And make yourself unforgettable. Set yourself apart. Do the little things that take extra work or extra care or whatever it is. But, like for us, it's customer service. I feel like that is the most important thing. Like we've talked about this too on the podcast, but people will come back because they like the way that you made them feel,
Yeah. And it takes time.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Patience.
You giving up means you're believing failing, and you'll be surprised that like if you just stuck it out like 1 more or 2 more months, how you would have seen that. So exponential growth will just come at once. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just comes at all at once, where you're not getting any bookings, you're not getting clients, you're not getting it. You're building. Now you're starting to see a little bit more, but now you're still not like your confidence level. You're growing a little bit more. I'm not growing fast enough, and then it just hits you like one day. It just hits you like, this is not for me. But if you just stick it out a little bit longer, that's when you go through that wall, and then you're like, oh wow, all right, I'm 60% booked.
Well, also too,
booked.
I think when people see like online all these people that are so successful, or we live in a world, it's like people want it now, Yeah. So I think you see these successful people, but you don't see the grit, the hard work they put into it, the years and years and years of everything
see
they
them on
put.
top of the
Yeah,
mountain.
you
You don't
just
see them
you
climbing
don't
the mountain.
see it. So you have to remember. I mean, just like Drake says, started from the bottom. You got to
Yeah, or that there's an Instagram post where there's a glacier, and then it shows
the underneath you don't
underneath
see.
the-
Yeah.
So
just remember, you have to start somewhere. And these people that are extremely successful. I mean, either they had it handed to them, which they're not going to stay successful if that's the case usually.
Yeah.
But usually they went through, a lot to get there.
It's called work for a reason.
Yes, exactly.
It's not called it just happens.
Vacation.
It's called work. So you got to work your way through it and just keep going at it every single day. And if you start doing these little granular stuff that you do every week that you're not doing, and if you start doing it, like posting, like I said, you're uploading a picture on Google profile, on Yelp, Instagram,
Asking for reviews.
once a week, once a day on Instagram, once a week on Google, and then ask for reviews. Just don't be shy. Like a lot of times it'll be like,
I can be shy too.
I don't want to ask. Like I don't,
Yeah.
No, you have. If you never ask, you don't know what the outcome's going to be.
Yeah.
So you have to be like, hey, can you write me an honest review? And if you do, we're doing a promo this month.
When
Get $10
I
off.
first started at our Austin location, obviously we started with zero. Actually, I had one client from LA that I knew. So I started with one client. And after every single person, I would text them and be like, I just want I would love an honest review. How was your service? If you don't mind writing a review.
Yeah.
And that's how we got social proof for Austin. And then people, if they had a good experience, of course they want to share it with people.
Yeah. And ask. And social proof really does matter. People look at it like, they have 100 reviews, and then focus. Try to get 5-star reviews, obviously. And that's based on the customer service you provide them and the service you provide them.
Yeah, if they have the best experience ever, they want to tell other people about you, So
Yeah.
focus on that.
Anything else we need to go over?
No, I think that's all.
But I do want to mention if you are a salon and you're not offering high-end services, we do have the Brow Fix Academy, where we do online courses for lash lifts, brow laminations, and a lot of people do brow waxing already, but your brow waxing course gives a more thorough training on it. So if you're looking to upsell a higher ticket item, I highly recommend checking out the Brow Fix Academy.
And it comes with a kit that has everything you need to do those.
Yeah, we use a
services.
keratin-free formula because we've done so many lash lifts and we figured out what works, what doesn't. Keratin sometimes tends to be a little harsh over time.
It can be if you keep doing it over and over.
Yeah.
I used to do a lot of keratin stuff.
You have to manage the timing. So ours is not keratin based. It's more BioSilk formula.
It's like a silk formula, yes.
That we do. So it's more natural. It's more, it's better.
Hydrating. It's not as harsh.
Yeah. But most importantly, you get the training for it.
Yep.
And hey, those are some things I highly recommend adding to your services. Also, please subscribe, write us a comment, email us, reach out to us. We're always free to respond. And also, if you have I want you to talk about this as a next topic, we're open to it. Other than that, enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching us for
See you next week.
30 minutes or so. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.